Hello everyone, welcome to this YouTube channel Prep Tactics. Today we're going to discuss some important news analysis. Let's begin with our first topic. 1. SHUKR gene, a breakthrough in plant evolution and food security. Researchers at CSIR-CCMB Hyderabad have discovered a unique gene named SHUKR or sperm in flowering plants, specifically eudicots. This gene plays a key role in developing healthy pollen. The discovery helps us understand how flowering plants diversified rapidly, solving Darwin's puzzle called the abominable mystery. Plants originally evolved from freshwater algae over 450 million years ago. Earlier plants like mosses reproduced with swimming sperm during the haploid gametophyte phase. In contrast, flowering plants use pollen in the diploid sporophyte phase. The SUKR gene is active in the sporophyte stage. It controls FBOX gene says, which help manage proteins inside pollen cells. Without SUKR, pollen becomes non-viable and the plant cannot reproduce. SUKR's appearance around 125 million years ago allowed plants to evolve strong, adaptable pollen. This enabled them to survive in different climates, supporting the explosion of flowering plant species. This is important today because most of our food comes from flowering plants: rice, wheat, pulses, oilseeds. As climate change threatens crop fertility, understanding the SHUKR gene could help scientists develop crops that resist heat, cold, and drought, protecting food security in the future. 2. Hybrid reactors, the future of nuclear energy. Hybrid reactors are a new type of nuclear system that combine fission, splitting atoms, and fusion, joining atoms, in one reactor. This dual process gives us more energy, with fewer safety risks and less radioactive waste. In these reactors, fission starts the chain reaction, fusion then takes over, releasing even more energy. This design is safer because fusion cannot cause a meltdown. It also uses up old nuclear waste, helping to clean up past energy generation. Countries like Russia and China are testing these systems. India is exploring thorium-based hybrids, which are safer and abundant in our country. If successful, hybrid reactors could replace coal and help reduce global warming by providing clean, high-output power for the future. 3. Aviation sector, India's skyward growth. India's aviation industry is growing fast, underpinned by a vast domestic market, a strong talent pool in emerging technologies, and a supportive policy environment. After recovering from COVID-19, the sector is expanding due to better policies, new airports, and private airline investment. Key developments. The UDAN scheme makes flying affordable and connects small cities, doubling the number of operational airports from 74 in 2014 to 157 in 2024. The Gati Shakti plan is creating over 75 new airports, heliports, and water aerodromes. New terminals are becoming green and energy efficient, using solar power and eco-friendly designs. Airlines like Air India and Indigo are adding more international flights. This boosts tourism, trade, and job creation. It also helps smaller cities like Jharsuguda or Kishangarh become part of the national economy. India is working to become the third largest aviation market in the world, with a focus on safety, growth, and sustainability. India also boasts a notable 15% share of women pilots, exceeding the global average of 5%. 4. Iron impact, hidden air pollution. Iron impact refers to the environmental and health problems caused by tiny iron particles in the air. These come from vehicle brakes and tires, industrial emissions, mining and construction dust. These particles are so small that they can be inhaled deep into our lungs, causing breathing issues like asthma, heart diseases, brain development problems in children. They also affect the climate. When excess iron stimulates rapid phytoplankton blooms in oceans outs, it leads to a faster rate of nutrient consumption, quickly depleting vital resources and causing a quicker transition to nutrient-poor conditions. In the atmosphere, they change rainfall patterns and cloud behavior. Major Indian cities like Delhi and Mumbai are highly affected. To tackle this, governments are promoting electric vehicles, setting up air monitoring systems, and enforcing stricter pollution rules. Understanding this hidden threat is important for both public health and climate resilience. 5. Shangri-La Dialogue, Asia's key defense platform. The Shangri-La Dialogue is a major annual defense summit held in Singapore. It brings together defense ministers and military leaders from over 30 countries, including India, China, the US, Japan, and Australia. Key issues discussed include tensions in the South China Sea, China US military rivalry, cybersecurity threats, expanding defense cooperation across the Indo Pacific region. India promotes its Sagar policy, security, and growth for all in the region. This policy aims for free sea navigation, maritime peace, and balanced power relations in Asia. The dialogue is not just a conference, it's a silent space for diplomacy, where defense leaders can discuss critical issues and reduce the chances of conflict through open conversations. As global tensions rise, the Shangri-La Dialogue is essential for maintaining peace, cooperation, and strategic balance in Asia. 6. Mount Etna erupts in Italy. Mount Etna, located on Sicily Island, Italy, recently experienced an eruption. It is the highest Mediterranean island mountain, the most active stratovolcano globally, and Europe's largest active volcano. As a stratovolcano, Etna is formed by cooler, more viscous lava, leading to more explosive eruptions. Its distinctive features include summit craters, cinder cones, lava flows, and the Valle de Bove depression. Mount Etna has one of the world's longest documented records of historical volcanism, spanning approximately 2,700 years, and is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. 7. Boosting rural prosperity, a scheme for PSA and employment. A recent review meeting focused on a new scheme to significantly increase the income of primary agricultural credit societies, PACS, and generate rural employment opportunities. This scheme falls under the Ministry of Cooperation and will be implemented through a collaborative effort involving organizations like the National Cooperative Development Corporation, NABARD, Food Corporation of India, and Central Warehousing Corporation. Its dual significance for rural India includes enhanced food security by promoting decentralized storage facilities to reduce food grain wastage and improved farmer access to credit. Farmers can store their produce in godowns constructed at PACS and use this stored produce to avail finance for subsequent crop cycles, improving their financial stability. Thank you for watching. If you feel this was helpful, please subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon for more updates.